The story of Napoleon Bonaparte.
A child of Corsica, Napoleon Bonaparte was born in 1769 on the island of Corsica, which had recently become part of France. He grew up in a modest family but showed strong intelligence and leadership even as a young boy. His parents sent him to military school in France, where he trained to become a soldier. A brilliant student. At military school, Napoleon learned about war strategy, history, and mathematics. He stood out for his determination, quick thinking, and confidence. Even though he was small in size, he had a big ambition to lead. The French Revolution begins. In 1789, the French Revolution broke out, throwing France into chaos. Many leaders were overthrown, and violence spread across the country. Napoleon saw an opportunity to rise during this time of great change. Rising through the ranks, Napoleon joined the army and quickly gained attention for his bravery and skills. He won key battles and was promoted rapidly. By the time he was in his late 20s, he was one of France's top generals. From general to ruler. In 1799, Napoleon took control of the French government. Just a few years later, in 1804, he crowned himself Emperor of France. He now ruled with full power and dreamed of building a mighty empire. Building an empire. Napoleon led successful campaigns across Europe. He defeated many armies and conquered large parts of the continent. France became one of the most powerful nations in the world under his rule. Controlling Europe. Napoleon placed his relatives on the thrones of other countries. He changed governments and spread French ideas. However, many people began to resist his control and formed alliances against him. The Russian disaster. In 1812, Napoleon made a major mistake. He invaded Russia. Though he reached Moscow, winter and starvation destroyed his army. Thousands of soldiers died, and it became one of his biggest failures. Losing power. After the Russian defeat, Napoleon's enemies united. One by one, they defeated his armies. In 1814, Napoleon was forced to give up his throne and was sent into exile on Elba, a small island. The last attempt. In 1815, Napoleon escaped from Elba and returned to France. Many people welcomed him, and he ruled again for 100 days. But this second chance would not last long. Final defeat at Waterloo. Napoleon fought his last battle at Waterloo in 1815. He was completely defeated by British and Prussian forces. He was sent far away to the island of St. Helena, where he lived until his death in 1821. A lasting legacy. Napoleon is remembered as both a hero and a tyrant. He created the Napoleonic Code, a system of laws still used today. Even though his empire ended, his impact on history remains powerful and long-lasting.
Learn vocabulary used in the story.
Emperor. A ruler of great power who controls an empire. Example, Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of France in 1804. Empire. A large group of lands or countries under the control of a single ruler. Example, Napoleon expanded the French Empire across much of Europe. Exile. Being forced to live away from one's home country. Example, Napoleon was sent into exile on the island of Elba. Revolution. A time of great political change, often involving the removal of a government. Example, the French Revolution allowed Napoleon to rise to power. Strategy. A plan of action designed to achieve a goal, often in war. Example, Napoleon was known for his clever military strategies. Battle. A fight between armed forces. Example, Napoleon won many important battles during his campaigns. Throne. The position of being a ruler or monarch. Example, after losing battles, Napoleon was forced to give up his throne. Campaign. A series of military actions intended to achieve a goal. Example, the Russian campaign in 1812 ended in disaster for Napoleon. Defeat. The act of losing in a fight or competition. Example, Napoleon's final defeat came at the Battle of Waterloo. Legacy. Something handed down from the past, especially achievements. Example, Napoleon's legacy includes the Napoleonic Code of Laws. Code. A set of laws or rules. Example, the Napoleonic Code influenced legal systems around the world. Prussian. Relating to Prussia, a historical German kingdom. Example, Prussian troops helped defeat Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo.